The number 5 team is going to come as a shock to some people because everyone seems to think that this team's going to be exactly what they were last year. I've seen this team ranked first, second, at the lowest, third. That's Florida. First off, Florida fans, it's been a rough year in football for you. I want to welcome you to the channel to say, hey, this time is yours if you need to air it out. I also want to tell you that you guys have a lot of good basketball to look forward to. So it's going to be okay. This is going to be one of the best defenses in college basketball because of this front court with Thomas Ha, Condon, Chenyulu. Team shot 46% from 2 against them. It was tough to score on the inside against them. The reason why I'm lower on them than most is because I have questions about their offense. Okay. So let's think about the Todd Golden scheme here. Florida last year, top 9% of college basketball in dribble pull-up jumpers, top 5% in transition offense frequency, 52% of baskets assisted, 152nd in college basketball, kind of like Illinois. What do I mean by this? This offense is really guard dependent, okay? And Florida's interesting because everyone's talking about this front court, justifiably so. It's a loaded front court. But this is a guards offense. Okay. Last year, you had Walter Clayton, who's shooting 53%, 39 from 3, Elijah Martin, and Will Richard. Those guys were really freaking efficient shot makers. Will Richard is around 67% from 2, 36 from 3. Elijah Martin's 57, 35%. Replace him with two guys who have a lot of promise but who are a little bit unproven. Boogie Fland, 37% from the field last year. And he was battling injuries, I get it. Zaven Lee, 49% from the field at Princeton. There's going to be a big adjustment there, athleticism-wise, right? You're going to be playing against a lot bigger athletes. So that percentage might even go down in the environment that he's playing. So can these guards make shots? Because last year, it seemed like everywhere I looked, Clayton or Martin or Richard or Aberdeen even was hailing threes. And they all just seemed to go in. Just felt like that. I don't know if they have that guy this year. So who is the star of this team? Clayton clearly emerged as the star. And Florida had a bunch of other dang good options around him. I don't know if they have that level in the backcourt. And that's why I'm a bit lower on them than most. I look at Zaven Lee and he's getting a lot of hype, but playing in Princeton's offense, that's 221st in tempo in the Ivy League, which is against a lot lesser athletes, compared to Florida, who's like top 5 in tempo, who every time you get the ball, you are running up the court and you are looking for the quickest shot, quickest decision possible. That's a big adjustment. There's potentially a learning curve there. And I see Boogie Fland, I see the promise, and I think he can be a dang good player. But I know he shot 37% from the field. That's a big drop-off from those guys I mentioned that Florida had last year. Is that enough for them to overcome? Okay. So they're going to rebound the crap out of the ball. I have no doubt about that. Top 5 in the sport in offensive rebounds per game. You have Condon, Ha, and Chenyulu, 6'11", 6'9", 6'11". Big, lengthy front court, a physical, gritty front court, a well-coached front court. So these guards are going to get shot opportunities, okay? The perimeter defense, that may tail off. This last year could have been the best defense in all of college basketball, you could argue. It was fantastic. Or the SEC, rather. 29% from 3, their opponent shot against them. Well, you're losing Martin and Richard and Clayton and Aberdeen, who's a really gritty defender. Okay, how are Fland and Zaven Lee going to be on defense? Are we going to need more from C.J. Ingram? Is the depth at guard good enough as to what they had last year? So long story short, all of this to say this is a different type of team. It's a little bit more front court driven. So will Todd Golden change the scheme? Will he slow it down a little bit? Will he play through the front court, get Condon some face-up opportunities, maybe not running up the floor to heave up a shot, but waiting it out, and running a coherent offense and playing through your big man. Boogie Fland, I think, is the huge X factor here. If Boogie Fland becomes a star, Florida's going to be a title contender. If he's a little bit better or just right around where he was last year, Florida's probably going to be a 3 seed, Sweet 16-ish team and disappoint a lot of people. I think Florida is right in between there to me. Probably around Elite Eight. I can't put them in my Final Four because I just have too many questions about their backcourt. And in this type of offense, those are questions that you can't really ignore.